Well, Coach, another disappointing loss. A ball game you played well enough to win at times, but you end up falling short 23-19 to Boiling Springs, and came down to just like your other three losses had. You got turnovers and didn't take advantage of them, and just a couple of missed plays was the difference in the ball game.
Well, when you playing football games, every play can be a big play, and you've got to make them. We hadn't made them, and we've given up some in those situations. And if we want to be a football team where we want to be at the end, we got to start making those plays.
Well, Coach, you had a pretty much an even first half. Things went back and forth, and then early in the second quarter, they hit you over the middle for a big 77-yard touchdown pass. It looked like you had two people in position to kind of make a play, and they just didn't, and then they outrun you to the end zone.
Well, we knew they had athletes, and we knew he could throw the football. Like I said, we were stopping the run pretty well, and they ran a drag route, and we kind of bit up, and then he got behind us, and they made a good throw and a good catch, and then, like you said, we just couldn't run him down. Gave up a big play, didn't have to earn it.
And then you come back, your defense plays pretty good. Rakeem Jones recovers a fumble, and you end up not getting anything out of it. That's been a problem all year, not being able to take advantage of turnovers. And then Chris Gary gets one right before the half, and you take it in for points, and you cut the score to 7-6. Had to feel pretty good about things. Just under a minute to go right there.
We did. We felt like we weren't in sync on offense, trying to look at really what they were doing to us and stacking the box with all those people. And we played well. Felt like we played well on defense, and we were going to come in and make some adjustments and try to win that thing in the second half.
Coach, in Boiling Springs with 57 seconds, they come down, make 6 plays, make some really good throws, get a 36-yard field goal out of it, and go in 10-7 at the half. 10-6 at the half.
Well, they made a good drive. They can make some passes, and they did a good job with that. And they were able to get in field goal range and make it, and credit them for making a few plays right there.
Coach, you go in and make a few adjustments. You come out in the second play of the second half. You go 70 yards on a touchdown pass of your own. Neil Lee to Keon Brown, and boy, he makes a great one-handed catch, and then he gets hit, and he avoids that lick and takes it to the house.
Keon and Neil have both been playing fantastic all year. We went in at the half, and we kind of changed that route a little bit and made it go deeper, run away from the secondary man, and it worked out well. Made a good throw, great catch, and once Keon gets it, he's hard to run down.
Coach, you stop him. Your next drive, you go 63 yards, 13 plays, Clemson style, 6 minutes and 53 seconds off the clock. Anthony Henley goes in from 1 yard out. Then he kicks the extra point, puts you up 19-10, and had to feel like you were kind of getting control back there. You really come out and kind of dominated that third quarter.
Well, you get up 9 points, you got a 2-possession lead, and what we do, if we do it well enough, 9 points should be enough to finish out the fourth quarter. But it just wasn't. We had played well, drove the ball right at them, right there. Really, the only time we really stuck it at them, and when we needed to, and then we just couldn't. We couldn't in the fourth quarter.
Coach, and then you stop them. Glenn gets a big interception, and it looks like you might be able to kind of take advantage of things and run the clock out, but you end up having to punt, and they take it in 3 plays, 40 yards, and cut you the lead to 19-17.
We didn't turn the field around like I said, and then they made a few plays. Maybe we wore down a little bit, just didn't tackle us well. But they've got some playmakers. They made them, and we didn't.
Then you have a pretty good drive. You make about 3 first downs. It looked like you're going to pin them deep, and Garrett takes that ball and goes 85 yards for a touchdown and gives them that 23-19 lead.
He did, and we've told them all week, special teams is where you can make or break a lot of football games. We didn't make a play. They made a big play, and that was the difference in the ball game right there.
Then you have a chance. You start back down the field, and Neil Lee ends up throwing an interception and kind of ends your chances there. But Neil threw for 175 yards. You completed over 50% of his passes. You had to feel pretty good about the passing game.
Neil had a good ball game. They had about 9 or 10 of them up tight in the box, and we had opportunities to get some tight ends open. We hit them. We made some plays. We just weren't quite close enough to score. We want to call some of those plays from about the 20 in, not the 40 in. But, Neil played real well.
All right, Coach, well, that drops you to 1-3 on the season and brings up your last non-conference ball game. And we'll talk a little bit more about the BHP game right after this on Sports Radio 1410. Well, Coach, this is going to be your last non-region game coming up. Belton Honeypath, you travel up there. They're 4-0 on the year. You're going on the road for the second time, but last chance to kind of get things straightened out before region starts the following week.
Well, hopefully our kids are excited as our coaches are. We know we're getting a chance to go up against an extremely well-coached football team. They're 4-0, ranked number 2 in the state, and what else can you ask for? You want to go against some of the best, see where we're at.
And Coach, this week you just got to figure out how not to give up those 2 big plays and come away with a win.
Well, we're working on that every day. We're trying to make a few adjustments on special teams. Hopefully it'll work out for us.
And Coach, their offense seems to be clicking. They seem to be putting up a good many points every week. And our one opponent that we have had, they put up 35 on lines.
Well, they're going to throw the ball deep. They're going to try to run the football, but they're going to take some deep shots down the field. Keenan Lewis is their big play receiver. I think they had 35 in the first half against 96 last week. So they've had big play offense, and we got to keep it from happening.
All right, Coach, I wanted to bring up one thing. CHSathletics.com, Deion Robinson has been doing the pregame shows, and he brings up the point in his article this week that you got a 2-game win streak going at BHP. So let the boys know that streak's on the line. They need to come away with a big one here tonight.
And streaks or no streaks, we going to win a football game. So that's the plan.
And Coach, this is your last non-region game. So what do you tell your kids, to kind of get them ready for this last warm-up before the region starts?
You need to be better this week than we were last week. We need to put a complete game together with 3 phases. If we do that, we've got a chance to be pretty good. If not, with me and you're going to be sitting there talking about near misses all year.
All right, Coach. We want to thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you again next week right here on Sports Radio 1410.